Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. In this video I want to compare for you what is better, to buy Ethereum coins or to build a mining rig and mine Ethereum coins. Right, let's look at it as a 2-year obviously investment, and within the 2 years we're not going to do anything in terms of trading. So we're going to look at the amount of money it's going to cost us to build a rig, and I'm going to use the numbers which the amount it costed my friend to build her rig, which we've just built it yesterday. I've posted a video in regards to it, put a link in the description so you can go and check it out if you haven't seen it. And then I'm going to obviously use the same amount of money to see how much Ethereum coins we could get her, and then we're going to look at as a 2-year investment and see what is better. Now some of you may have different point of view, so I'll be more than happy to see or read your thoughts, so feel free to share anything down below in the comment section so we can learn from each other. Right, so first thing first, this is how much it cost for my friend to build a rig, $3,751, and it is a quite expensive rig, especially for the GPUs. She paid nearly $3,000, but hey, that was the price. This is the best we could find her, and this is how much she paid. Now let's look at now how much Ethereum coins you could get for those for the $3,750. Now we're gonna obviously use today price, which is, let's say, about $220 per coin. Right, so 3,750 divided by 220. Instead of build a mining rig, if she went for the coins, she could get herself 17 coins. Let's say 17 Ethereum coins. Now remember guys, this is a 2-year investment, so she's not gonna be doing, or you, if you decide to obviously go in that route, you're not going to be doing anything with the coins in terms of obviously to make the video fair, not trading whatsoever. Yes, I know you can trade and obviously generate more money with it, but you can do the same thing with the mining rig, because once you obviously start earning, you can also trade the earnings you've made from your mining rigs. But I just want a pure investment mining rig versus buy and hold for 2 years. Right, so in regards to the Ethereum coins, one thing is for sure, after 2 years, if the price is higher, they will be worth more, so obviously we've made money. However, the coins will still be only 17 coins. That will be it. They're not going to increase, they're not going to decrease. There will be 17 coins. Right, so now let's look at how much and why Ethereum a mining rig is better, at least for me, than just buying the coins. So it costed 3,750 to build a rig. Let's now go to the calculator. Here is the results of the rig: 176 mega hashes, 780 watts, 0.12 kilowatt cost for the electricity, and let's pull a pool fee of 2%, because normally there's a pool fee, of course. And I'm not going to put the hardware cost because we're looking at the actual coins. We are not really that concerned of how long it's going to take us to obviously ROI. So, and one thing to remember, of course, guys, which is very important, that what was I going to say? One thing is very important to remember is that difficulty will increase when it comes to mining. That's for sure, right? So we're going to take that also into consideration when we look at the amount of earnings. So first thing first, guys, we can clearly see the amount of coins we will be generating. That is 21 coins per annum. However, let's see how much there will be actually after the cost. So the actual profit is 3,968 divided by the price of the coin that currently is given here, which I don't see it. So let's say by 220, so 220 a coin. So you can see, guys, we're not going to be earning 21 coins. We're actually earning 18 coins per year. So therefore, we can pretty much see that in the first year we would match if we just went for the buying, right? However, because we said the difficulty will increase, it is those coins will be reduced even further. And because I said we're going to look into 2-year period, let's assume for the next 2 years with the mining rig we mine 25 coins only. Now, if we mine 25 coins, we immediately know we're in the win-win situation, because 25 minus 17, that's 8 coins more. Right, that's one thing for sure. What we have to also remember is that obviously the mining rig will need looking after, maybe a bit inconvenience in terms of heat and maybe noise and all these things. But then again, we're looking what's more profitable. So in this case, we can clearly see we can generate more coins with the mining rig. It does require a bit of work, but then there's a greater rewards. What we also have to remember is that I do say mining Ethereum, but when you build a mining rig, you have to also remember that the mining rig is not designed just for one coin. So therefore, if there is a hype, most people will go for that, because obviously we're trying to generate as much money as we can. For instance, a few weeks ago there was the DBX Dubai coin hype. A lot of people obviously went for it. They made a bit of a money because people who went early, they managed to mine quite a bit of coins. Then the price went to nearly $50. Then they sold and they made quite a bit of money. So this is what you can do with the mining rig, which obviously you can't do with buying the coins and just holding them. And that's nothing wrong with it. And I will obviously recommend anyone to do it, obviously, to increase your profits. So for instance, if there's a coin that you can pick up and see that you can make more money instead of Ethereum, for instance, I'll go for it. I'll mine it, and with the money, if I sell, for instance, once the coin hit a certain price, with the money I get, let's say I buy Ethereum. So I actually could end up with more than 25 coins if within those 2 years I managed to pick up a few coins here and there and generate quite a bit of money by selling them, because there's a hype around it, there's something happening, and I get in early and I obviously sell. Remember, with the 70 Ethereum coins, just buying them, they will always stay 70. So here it is, but I'm just gonna stick to, let's say, 25 coins. That's all you mine. Still better. What you also have to remember, guys, that this mining rig, after 2 years, if nothing has gone wrong with it and everything is still working fine, your money are actually within the rig. So you may sell it. You won't be able to get the 3,751. It's unlikely, but you may be able to get, let's say, $2,000 for it, right? In let's say in a good sale, $2,000. 1,500, 2,000. I think without a doubt you should be able after 2 years to get this amount of money. So this is obviously, we have to put it towards the profit. So let's now look, for instance, after 2 years, how much, let's say Ethereum was worth $400, right? So we multiply the buying 17 coins by 400. We can see that we will generate $6,800 from the sale after 2 years. Now minus the initial investment of 3,150. The profit will be $3,050, which is a very good profit, not too bad. You haven't done anything, you just bought it and hold it. But again, we want to compare and see what's more profitable. So let's now move on to the mining. As we said, we generated 25 coins, maybe more if you played, if you were lucky, catch a certain coin at a certain time, you mined it quickly, then you sold and all these things, but let's say 25 coins. And I'm sure you can generate within 2 years at this moment in time, even if the difficulty increases, 25 coins. It does sound reasonable. So 25 times 400, that will be $10,000, plus the sale of the mining rig after 2 years, let's say $2,000. You can see that we will have $12,000, guys. Minus the initial investment of 3,750. We're looking at the profit of $8,250, which is a lot of money and much bigger amount than just buying and holding. It is a normal thing to obviously make more money than when it comes to mining than just buying, because obviously you're putting work in, and when you're working, when you're putting work into something, it is likely that you're gonna obviously earn more money, and we saw it, guys. Yes, those numbers cannot be 100%, especially when it comes to the mining, because I don't know how crazy the mining difficulty can get in and all these things. But then again, maybe another crazy coin will show up and could possibly generate even more money than Ethereum, and then you can always switch to buy Ethereum or whatever. But here we're looking what is the amount of money we can make, and I can guarantee you that within 2 years, with the things that have been going so far, I mean, I don't want to say, okay, I'm not going to say I can guarantee you, because obviously, there's nothing is certain in life, but I do believe with the numbers I've just shown you, there's definitely more money to be made by mining Ethereum, by obviously building the mining rig, than just buying the actual coins. Now, if you don't want to build the mining rig in it, you can go for a cloud mining company. What you're looking in terms of the coins, they will be, let's say, the same 25 coins, but you won't have obviously a mining rig after 2 years, so therefore you won't have this extra $2,000. So instead of 8,250, you will end up with let's say 6,250. Now let's say if the difficulty went even crazier than that and you only mine 20 coins, you can clearly see with the mining rig still you produce 3 coins more, which again 3 times 400 is 1,200 more. But that is really, the difficulty is going really crazy. You haven't done anything, you know, there wasn't coins that you could pick up and mine and all these things. And if we multiply this by 400, that's 8,000 plus the sorry, that's 8,000, we all know. So 8,000 plus the 2,000 for the mining rig, we again looking at the $10,000 minus the initial investment of 3,750. We can clearly see still more profitable than just going and buying the coins and holding them for 2 years. Now, of course, if you put the trading in and you're smart enough and all these things, who knows, maybe by buying the coins today and then, you know, start playing around with them, trading them around, due to the fact that you have the coins immediately, you may be able to generate more profits. You never know. But if you're only going to invest in hold for 2 years, I definitely think the mining is the right choice to go for. Another thing it is very important to obviously consider is that you never know, guys. I mean, if you go for, let's say, buying the coins and you have tonight 17 coins, something could happen. That's something that we cannot ignore. Overnight, Ethereum could go down to $20. That could really happen. And let's say Ethereum could stay for the next 2 years, $20. And if this was to happen, obviously, that would be a very, very hard one to swallow. But if that was to happen with the mining rig, then you can just switch and mine something else. Let's say Ethereum Classic or Ubic, or I don't know, or another coin that, you know, it's profitable at the time that this could have happened. So you can clearly see the benefits of having the mining rig. And there you have it, guys. This is what I really want to share with you, show you why I think mining is better, why mining can produce more profits than just buying, and why I personally haven't bought and I went for the mining so far. Yes, at certain point I may go for mining, for buying some coins, but when it comes to specifically, you know, at this moment in time, buying Ethereum coins versus building a mining rig, I do believe building the mining rig is the more profitable option to go for. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, as I said, if you do have any input that you want to obviously share with me and everybody else, feel free to put it down below in the comment section. And if you enjoy the channel, feel free to subscribe and share, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.